Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you can make sure that you catch all of my videos, my tarot scopes. If you're watching on my Facebook, the replay or the live, make sure you jump on over to my YouTube channel and get yourself subscribed. So we're going to dive into this week's energy. We are officially in Mercury Retrograde, our favorite, right? But I do feel like it's so important that we honor this energy, that we understand that this energy shows up for a purpose, for a reason, and if you use it, if you treat it appropriately, it really is here to help you. It really is here to help guide us, to help us to do the work so that we can become the absolute best versions of ourselves. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you on here. So it's purposeful and it's important. And so Mercury retrograde, for those of you who are not familiar, is an astrological alignment that a lot of people tend to dread, right? This is a period where we see a lot of challenges show up. We see a lot of things going wrong. We have issues with communication and technology and travel and relationships. And it really is this period of highlighting for us, shining a light on what we have left to work on, what we have left to heal, what we have left to work on. And so notice what is showing up for you over the next few weeks. This is also a period of time where we want to make sure that we're honoring our energy a little bit. This is a period where we need to slow down, where we don't want to push ourselves too hard, where you're probably going to need extra sleep. You're probably going to feel more tired. I already feel it today. I'm just like, we just started today and I feel so drained, so depleted. Like I felt that way this morning before I even started my day. I was ready to go back to bed, right? So this is definitely a time to go within, to reflect, to meditate more, to take it easier, to go a little bit slower, and to just listen to your body. And then when we have this happening within Libra season, which for me is so much about finding our balance, it's going to be really important for you to ask yourself, what do I need right now to allow myself to get into balance, to allow myself to feel balanced? And so just really listening to all of that. But I feel specifically like a huge focus for this retrograde is around relationships. So prepare yourself. This is a time where, old connections that we've had in our life tend to circle back around. If there's unfinished business, if there's conversations that need to happen, this is where, old people that you have dated in the past will tend to show back up. So be mindful of that, right? And notice why it's showing up. I usually encourage people to take a step back and recognize it from a non-emotional place if you can, and just say, okay, so why is this coming back into my life? Why is this showing up for me? Is there something that needs to be healed? Is there something that I need to be aware of? Is there something that this person is needing healed within them? What is this about? Why is this showing up? Sometimes it's like it shows up to give you that opportunity to say, no, thank you. Like that no longer aligns for me. That no longer serves me. So notice, and it's not just old loves. It's, old friendships that people we haven't talked to in a long time. We haven't heard from in a long time. So all kinds of stuff. And then things being shaken up within the relationships and the connections that we have now. Communication is going to be more challenging through this time period. So be really mindful about the words that you choose, the way that you communicate, the language that you use, the tone in which you speak. Be mindful of that. Be more mindful of that, because I think there's a lot more opportunity for miscommunications and misunderstandings. So being really clear in your communication, being as loving as possible within your communication, because people tend to be a little bit more on edge during this time period. So if we can be a little bit more loving to one another, even better. That's a bonus, right? that's so important right now anyway, because everybody's got so much going on already, and Mercury is going into retrograde, but now that makes 7 planets that are in retrograde. So we are finding ourselves looking back. We are finding ourselves doing our shadow work. We are finding ourselves becoming aware of what we need to work on in order to allow us to step into our happiness, to step into what's next for us. And so again, like I said, this is an opportunity. Let's treat it like an opportunity. And for whatever reason, when I tapped into this energy, and I tend to not think of retrograde as this, but what came through is that it's going to feel like a warm hug. And so do I think that it's going to be without its challenges? Absolutely not. I think that we have actually a lot of challenges ahead of us for the next few weeks. But I feel like it's going to be like, if you allow it, you're going to recognize where the universe or God or your higher power, whatever you call that, is holding your hand through it, is holding you, hugging you through it, is giving you comfort, is giving you that balance of, yes, you are dealing with this issue, but also let me bring magic into your life. Let me bring balance into your life. Let me give you emotional support while you go through this. So you may find that the universe is bringing things into your life that are just helping to give you that healing that you need, that balance that you need, to help you to be able to look at and work through the stuff that needs to be worked through in order for us to get to that next level. So I think if we allow it, there's a really beautiful energy that can come through if we're working with the energy, and if we're inviting that and understanding that we never ever do this work alone, ever. We're always supported. Everyone has, from what I can see, a spirit team with them. Angels, spirit guides, their higher power, their higher self. There's so much that's happening there, and we're so supported. And if we just allow that support, it allows us to in an open-hearted way, step into our stuff and take a look at it and do that work and feel the emotions so that we can come out on the other side lighter and more healed. And that's what I think there is an opportunity to come out of this Mercury retrograde feeling more healed, feeling more balanced, feeling much lighter and better about ourselves, and with a hell of a lot more clarity. You might not feel very much clarity during this period because you're supposed to be confused. When we're confused, we ask questions, and when we ask questions, the universe starts to bring us answers. So it's going to trigger those questions so that we open ourselves to receive answers, because if we're not asking questions, we're not going to receive answers. I do also feel like there is this energy of testing our freedom a bit, and we see that happening on a collective level, very much so, where, there are energies that would want to control, that would want to guide, that don't necessarily want for people to ask questions, think for themselves, pay attention to that. That's important. It's important for us to be asking questions right now. And if you're not feeling like if you're taking a look at things and things aren't quite adding up, I would say go deeper, ask more questions. I think that that's really, really important, because I think so much of what is, I feel, I'm shown, so much of what is being presented on the surface right now on a collective level is just purely not the truth, and is not what is for our highest and best good. And so I think that we need to go within and listen to our intuition and let that intuition guide questions for us, okay? And when you start to ask questions, again, you will start to receive the answers. The other piece of that is, I think on a personal level, our freedoms will be challenged. So I think that the question will become, what do I need in my life in order to feel free? And when you start to understand what the answers are, you will start to understand what it is that you need to be doing, what you need to be changing, what you need to be shifting. And I think in order to help highlight that, there are going to be a lot of control issues that are showing up on a collective level and on a personal level. And it's to help us to highlight and to help us to say, no, thank you. I'm not interested in participating in that dynamic anymore. So let's dive into the cards. So we have the Four of Pentacles showing up, okay? So this is about us creating a foundation for our life. This is very much an energy of finding balance, of finding like, what do I need to feel balanced and solid in my life? What do I need physically? What do I need financially? What do I need psychologically? What do I need energetically in order to feel balanced so that I can move forward and I can continue to build upon that and to develop upon that? We also have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very independent energy. Okay, so again, what do I need to feel free, or what do I need to feel independent, right? We're exploring that. We are exploring how do I find my power through connecting with my own truth, my own energy. This is also about just allowing things to develop for us through connecting with our power, right? Through understanding how powerful we are, through understanding that we are able to manifest powerful and amazing things in our life, and just trusting it, knowing that if it's not showing up for us today, that it is going to show up, and staying in that knowing, trusting in that knowing, and allowing it to naturally progress. And meanwhile, letting ourselves find comfort in just our own energy. This is a time to really take time for self-discovery. I'm getting a little bit of like that hermit vibe from this card right now, right? Where it's let yourself explore what it is that you really want and what it is that you really need, and let this energy help to guide this period of self-discovery for you. We also have the Strength card, right? So we are going to be pulling from and connecting to those inner reserves of strength that we have already developed. And we also are deepening and developing this strength within ourselves. So this is incredibly purposeful, because there's a foundation that we develop when we connect with our strength that allows us to level up with things, that allows us to take on that next challenge. So I see us really digging deep. I also see here with the Six of Wands, us feeling victorious with something. And I feel like in this case, this is like a battle that you have had within yourself. Okay, so this is you winning a battle that you have had within yourself for a while. So maybe you've been trying to make a decision about something, and you finally are able to get to that place where you can choose, where you can decide. Maybe this is like you winning a battle with some of the actions, behaviors, self-sabotaging things that you do, that you're finally ready to release. You're finally ready to win this battle and step into the next level of things, because I felt like October is very much about there's a lot that is really moving forward. Even though it's going to feel slow in this retrograde energy, there's a lot of shifting that's happening, a lot of major leveling up that's happening here in October. So taking a look and noticing the inner battles that are happening within you, and noticing that you're connecting to that strength to finally win something. Maybe it's that battle between the voices in your head, right? The voice of your intuition versus the voice of fear, and where you're finally able to say, you know what? I'm done with that bullshit that exists within my head, with that voice that tells me to play it small, or to keep my heart closed, or to not go after this thing that I know that I really want. I'm done with that, and I'm going to go for it. Or whatever that looks like for you. And this is preparing us for this Magician energy, where we are ready to take on whatever comes our way, right? There is like a strength and a power that is developing within this, a confidence. Sometimes this Nine of Pentacles is about confidence as well. There's a confidence that's being developed within us, and it's really helping us to get to this place where we're able to manifest the life that we're excited about, that we're able to manifest happiness, that we're able to manifest peace and freedom and all the things that we're wanting to manifest in our life. So this is preparation to create this magician energy where we're making really magical stuff happen in our lives. The next card that we have here is the 10 of Wands in reverse, right? I think that I pulled this upright maybe last week, or maybe it was in reverse, but we're finally getting to that place where we're ready to release the burden of some different things in our life, where we're ready to finally say, you know what? No, I'm no longer willing to put my energy into that. And I'm no longer willing to put my energy into this. And I'm no longer willing to participate in this battle that I'm having with myself. And I'm going to let that go. So there's some things that we are choosing to let go of that are weighing heavy on us, that are really challenging for us. And because of that, we're going to find ourselves feeling much lighter through allowing this process to happen. Now we have the 2 of Cups as well. So the 2 of Cups is can be a soulmate energy or a powerful connection. So in this retrograde energy, this may be a reconnection to just another person, whether that's romantic, whether that's another kind of a connection, but just somebody that you have kind of naturally always connected with. And maybe we have like worked through a lot of the things that needed to work through in order to allow this reconnection to happen. Or this might not be a reconnection, but this may be beginning to be in that place where you're ready for, those people that to come into your life that are really your ideal, that is your ideal soul mate, soul partner, that is your ideal partner in your life, or that is your ideal friendship in your life, or we're calling in that soul family, those relationships that we have always wanted, but now we've done the work to allow us to be ready for that. Because if you haven't done the work, you're not able to receive that. You're not able to allow it in your life. You've got to get to a certain vibration. You've got to get to a certain level of readiness in order to allow that. This can be like the ideal business opportunity or connection in your life. So it's anything. It's about the manifestation of what we are calling into our life. And it's something that's very positive. It's something that's very in flow for us. It's something that is the fulfillment of a wish, the fulfillment of what we truly want in our life. And I see this just developing. So we may have signs that this is coming into our life, or actually have that process begin. Now, I don't recommend, if it's a new relationship, that you start that during Mercury retrograde. That usually does not go well. Wait until after, basically wait till the end of, till November starts, basically, because we'll have the shadow period afterwards. But it can be an opening to conversations, to healing, to a different kind of connection than has happened in the past, or just some signs or some evidence that that is ultimately going to be coming in and manifesting in divine timing for us. So those are your messages for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this video resonates with you, make sure you hit that like button below. I always appreciate it so much when you guys share. It's a really great way to support the channel, to support these videos. I always appreciate the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. And thank you so much. If you want to learn more about my membership site, you can check that out at claritybychristy.com. I will put that in the comments in the video below. Or if you want to learn more about my services or about me, you can check that out at discoveryourawakening.com. All right, thanks so much, guys. I will see you soon with another video.